All right, today we have a clip here of Greg Gutfeld on Fox News responding to Joe Biden's comments at Howard University when he said that white supremacists will remain the #1 domestic threat. Here is.
Yeah, I just think it's time that white people stop lying to black people, right?
Right? Yeah, that's what it is. White people are lying to black people. Racism's not real, guys. It's never been real. Racism has never existed, ever. White people just made it up. White liberals just made up the lie of racism. It's like a fairy tale to just lie to black people, to keep them angry. To keep them angry.
Why do we lie to them? Why do we tell them, hey, when you get out into the real world, this is what you're going to face? That's a lie.
Yeah, racism is a lie. It's a total lie. Complete and utter lie. I mean, racism it has never existed. Certainly not in America. Slavery wasn't real. Segregation wasn't real. Fucking housing discrimination against black people in the 50s and 60s and 70s and even now isn't real. None of that stuff is real. It's all made up. It's literally all made up.
An outright lie.
Black people being killed at a rate much higher than the police kill white people. That's just a lie.
Supremacy is not a threat to them. If you look at the ADL, who are very biased towards labeling everything a racist act, they found 25 murders, I guess, in 2022 attributed to extremism out of 26,000 homicides. 25 murders, two mass shootings. So it's rare, it's ugly, it's rare.
Yeah. Because the Anti-Defamation League, the end-all, say-all for white supremacy and extremism in general, just because the Anti-Defamation League only found that 25 murders out of the 26,000 homicides last year, only 25 of them, the Anti-Defamation League themselves only found as extremist murders. It's rare. It has to be rare. The Anti-Defamation League said it, and apparently they are the labelers of what is racist and what's not, according to Greg Gutfeld. I mean, I'm using his logic here, and I have these numbers right here. Just for context, in 2022, domestic extremists killed at least 25 people in the U.S. in 12 separate incidents. This represents a decrease from the 33 extremist-related murders documented in 2021, and is comparable to the 22 extremist-related murders in 2020. It continues the recent trend of fewer extremist-related killings after a 5-year span of 47 to 78 extremist-related murders per year, 2015 through 2019. And they also mention that the murder totals would have been much lower if not for 2 high-casualty extremist-related shooting sprees. Talking about those mass shootings, you heard Greg Gutfeld mention them there, but I think it's a really weird nitpick. I also just... I mean, you guys know I'm going to bring it up in a minute. I'm going to bring up the fact that Donald Trump's own Department of Homeland Security said themselves that white supremacists are the #1 domestic threat to the homeland. You know I'm going to bring it up. I love to bring it up. I already have it pulled up. But let's listen to Greg Gutfeld make more of an ass of himself because it's fun.
As hell ain't the #1 threat. That is a
You heard what he said. Listen.
But it sure as hell ain't the #1 threat. That is the most obvious lie you could come up with.
Most obvious lie.
He is lying. You have to ask, why do you lie to black people?
You must ask, why do you lie to black people? You heard what Greg Gutfeld said. Joe Biden is lying to the black students he spoke to at Howard University. I know some people, mostly conservative trolls, they come to my videos and they say that, I'm editing shit and I'm making it seem like it's not really what it is. But just so you guys know, this is the Department of Homeland Security's 2020, Homeland Threat Assessment, October 2020. This is all you have to Google right here. I'll show you guys where I get it. Just Google 2020 Homeland Threat Assessment, literally Department of Homeland Security.gov. You go on here, DHS.gov, and all you have to do is go down here on your computer or even on your phone, click Control F and type in white supremacist, and here it is. Among DVEs, domestic violent extremists, racially and ethnically motivated violent extremists, specifically white supremacist extremists, will remain the most persistent and lethal threat to the homeland. So, if we're going to accuse Joe Biden of lying, maybe we should accuse Donald Trump of lying first, which it's not a lie. White supremacists are the #1 domestic threat to our homeland. I 100% believe that, but he's sitting there saying that Joe Biden is a liar for saying this, but Donald Trump said it. He said it before Joe Biden said it, according to, the facts, the actual facts, but Fox News isn't talking about that. They're not talking about Donald Trump's own Department of Homeland Security saying that literally white supremacists are the #1 domestic threat. They're just talking about Joe Biden saying it because Joe Biden's a Democrat.
Why do you lie to black people? Why do liberals feel that they have to do that? Because they need to keep blacks angry.
Yeah. Fox News is talking about fake outrage and keeping people angry. Fox News. Greg Gutfeld's Fox News is sitting here talking about keeping people angry and lying to them. Fear-mongering, literally, is what he's talking about. This is Fox News saying that this is a bad thing. You shouldn't do it, when that's not what's happening. But of all the fucking people in the goddamn world to say something like that, I think Fox News would be the last in fucking line.
They need to keep blacks close to them, right? This does not serve black people. If it doesn't serve black people, it doesn't serve white people either, because it creates conflict. The people who need to cleave blacks from whites do so because they realize there is profit in discontent. They're
Yeah. Oh my God. It's like he's reading Fox News's business model out loud, live on air. He's just framing it as it being something else. Literally reading Fox News's business model out loud, keeping people angry, keeping people mad, lying about it too. He's literally just saying what Fox News does on a daily fucking basis.
Seeking. As long as there's a problem, whether it's racism or whether it's homelessness. $1 billion went to homelessness. We don't know where it went.
So this is something that I really didn't understand at all. He says $1 billion went to homelessness. We don't know where it went. The only thing that I could think of that he's talking about is Governor Gavin Newsom announcing in March that $1 billion was going to go to fighting homelessness in the state, mobilization of small homes. This money, this is a press release from Gavin Newsom's office, and it goes over everything that it's going to do. I'm not going to sit here and read all of it because we would be here all fucking night, but I guess that's what he's talking about. And he says we don't know where it went, but again, this was March 16th, 2023 that this got announced, and I don't know if Greg Gutfeld knows how it works, but when they announce a package like that or something like that, it just doesn't come out of thin air. You don't just speak something and it exists. Greg Gutfeld might think that that's the way that things happen, but in the real world, that's not how shit works.
Because you need a persistent crisis in order to keep your job. Consultants and corporations.
I can't. I feel like I am living in a parody. He is literally describing Fox News to a fucking T, and every single other word out of his mouth just makes me think it more and more. It's really, I think it's kind of fucking crazy.
In order to keep your job, consultants and corporations.
Outrage
right?
in order to keep your job.
You got to keep this lie going, and once blacks walk away from this lie, they're going to be happy, but they're going to be pissed. And I'm so going to be there for that.
But I think the most interesting thing about this panel here on Fox News is that they're sitting here, seem very comfortable talking about black issues, and no one on this panel is black. They're all white. Judge Jeanine Pirro is white. Jesse Waters is white. Greg Gutfeld is white. I don't know. I do not know the two women that are sitting in the middle here, but they are also white, so it doesn't really matter. But It's so hilarious to just hear a group of extremely privileged, rich, white Fox News hosts to talk so comfortably about black issues and talk about how racism is just a lie. It was just a liberal fairy tale. It's never been real. White supremacists, they're not real. They've never been real. They've never existed. America is this nice, cushy dreamland. It's like Disneyland everywhere you go. It's so pretty, so perfect. Oh, everyone just has the best life ever here in America. I don't know. I want to say the dumbest shit I've ever heard, but I feel like I say that every single time I make a video. That's going to be it for the video. If you guys like the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, press that bell, turn on all notifications so you guys never miss an upload.